so nice to see all these performers. I'll call this meeting to order. First up is the flag salute, which we have a few students that can lead us, Aiden and Jeremiah. Are there two other volunteers, since I'm not sure if Aiden and Jeremiah are here yet? If not, we can just go. All right. Next up is announcements. This meeting is being televised and recorded for the transcription of the minutes. At this time, speakers wishing to address the board this evening should turn in the completed speaker card to the board secretary. Next is the report on action taken in closed session. And Trustee Beltrami, was there any action?
There was no action taken in closed session.
Okay, excellent. Next up is the approval of the agenda for March 3rd, 2006.
And yes, before you go ahead and approve the agenda order, I am going to recommend that under district business, items 3, 4, and 5, I'm suggesting that we pull those from the agenda this evening. Those are roofing contracts. We had our legal counsel take a little more thorough review of the contracts, and it brought up a couple questions, and we want to just make sure we're thorough and not rush the process. So I would recommend that you approve the agenda order, but removing items 3, 4, and 5 from the district business. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Well, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Motion to approve the agenda with removal of business items 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, can I get a second? Okay, excellent. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, next up is public comments. Speakers wishing to address the board on items on the agenda may complete the speakers cards and submit them to the board secretary. Speakers addressing specific items on the agenda will have the opportunity to address the board at the time of the agenda item in the meeting. If you are addressing the board on a non-agenda item, please be aware that the provisions of the Brown Act prohibit the board from acting or discussing such matters at this meeting. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes per person per topic and 20 minutes per agenda item. Is there anybody here from the MEA, MEF, or CSEA? All right, and any members of the community? All right, next up, which is what we've all been waiting for, is the school spotlight. And we have Erin Zlatnich, the principal of Taylor, who will present the spotlight, and can't wait.
Right, good evening, President Chin, trustees, Superintendent Hickey, district staff, students, faculty, and community members. I'm delighted to introduce our music director, Miss Amanda, and our group of students who have prepared a piece for us today, so please give them a round of applause as we welcome them to the floor.
Thank you so much. I wasn't sure if you were going to do another piece. That was absolutely wonderful. Bravo to all of you. Yes, yeah. Okay, yeah, we would love that. Thank you so much, students. I cannot even tell you how wonderful that performance was, the amount of joy that music brings to this room, and just to make this meeting so special. I have to tell you, this has been my favorite meeting of the year. It's just been incredible. You've brought so much energy and joy to this room. I can imagine how proud you should all be, parents and kids, because I know there's so much preparation that must have gone into preparing that music and performing so beautifully. A long time ago, I played the violin, and you've inspired me to maybe pull mine out. So I wish you all the best of luck, Miss Amanda. That was incredible. So I just want to make sure we can give these kids another round of applause, and Miss Amanda.
Down and you can take a seat. and Vice President were not able to join us tonight. I do want to say thank you to Miss Amanda and our talented students for yet another incredible performance. Like President Chin said, your hard work and artistry set a positive and inspiring tone for tonight's meeting. You guys bring the joy. Board meetings are not fun, so thank you. Thank you for sharing your gift with us. I was not talented with music, so I really appreciate all the hard work that goes into it. We're so proud of your time and effort. So you are all cordially invited to our spring concert, April 15th and 16th in the Taylor Auditorium. So please join us. You'll see more incredible work by our students. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our Educator of the Year, Lisa Zink. While she was not able to make it tonight, there are a few wonderful things I'd like to say about her. She's one of our incredible paraprofessionals at Taylor, and goodness, she embodies the very heart of our school community. She is a quiet force behind so many of our students' greatest successes. She's defined by a rare blend of kindness and patience, creating a safe harbor for students to learn at their own pace. Whether she's breaking down a difficult math problem or navigating a tough social moment, her selfless nature ensures that the needs of her students and all of our Taylor students always comes first. She doesn't just jump to help our students reach their goals. She gives them the confidence to set new ones. So Ms. Zink is not here, but Ms. Zink is our Educator of the Year. So at Taylor, we are committed to improving our math instruction for all students, expand access to rigorous coursework, use data to inform our instruction, and continue to refine our program. We're working to improve our practices and build mathematical thinkers who are prepared for advanced coursework in high school. And this is our Taylor's math vision. So we live by this, and we continuously want to improve. Over a 3-year period, the class of 2025, so last year's promoting class, increased its average state math score from 2542 to 2611, a total gain of 69 points. This sustained upward trend over multiple years. This is especially meaningful because CAS scale scores are vertically aligned, allowing us to measure true academic growth over time rather than just a single year fluctuation. And this data reflects a steady growth in our improvement rather than short-term gains. In addition, our class of 2026, we will see their scores and we anticipate some growth. We've increased, I lost my place, I'm sorry. We've increased our average scale for our current 8th graders from 2568 to 2597. So based on the ongoing monitoring, we do anticipate our scores will continue to go up. Our focus remains on sustaining growth while ensuring equitable access to rigorous curriculum. Furthermore, we have increased our accelerated math sections from 2 sections to 3. And if you remember back to coming out of COVID, it was very difficult times in what we were going to do and the number of course offerings that we had. It's reflecting our students' strength and readiness and interest. At the same time, we recognize the expansion requires continuous refinement from us. Our teachers meet regularly to strengthen the placement process, and we are providing students with a study packet to better prepare them for the application test when we come up to it. So each year, we've made progress towards improving our process for our students to have access to rigorous curriculum. We increased our accelerated math sections, but with that also strengthening our instructional leadership. Mr. Freoff and Mr. Nichols are active participants in the County Office Math Instructional Leadership Network, and most recently went to a training on February 12th. They bring back their work and their focus on building equitable math classrooms and understanding how power and status can influence student participation and access. This professional learning directly informs how we refine our placement process and instructional practices. We're committed to continuously improving our systems. we've expanded our accelerated opportunities in math, we recognize that increasing the number of advanced sections can result in more defined grouping patterns. While homogeneous grouping can allow for target in instruction and pacing, we are mindful of the research and the potential impact of tracking our students, their peer academics, and long-term opportunity. We are actively monitoring our placement processes, reviewing data, and engaging in professional learning to ensure that it's equitable, transparent, and grounded in student growth. Our goal is to expand access to rigorous coursework while maintaining high expectations and meaningful learning experiences for all students, not creating fixed pathways, but providing opportunities for growth. We have the opportunity to celebrate a lot of excellence in math that our Taylor students have brought forth this school year. This year, we saw a significant increase in student engagement with AMC 8 competition. We've been doing this for a long time now, but this year we had a total of 47 students across grades 6 through 8 who chose to participate. So this is an opt-in opportunity. That represents a 68% increase over the last year, which is a strong indicator of growing interest and confidence in mathematics among our students. The AMC 8 is a nationally recognized competition that challenges students with complex, non-routine problem-solving tasks. Participation alone reflects a willingness to stretch beyond standard curriculum and engage in higher-level mathematical thinking. We are especially proud to share that for our first time in history, our student, Emily Wu, earned a perfect score, answering all 25 questions correctly within the 45-minute time limit. Her performance ranked within the top 1% nationally, while we also had Christopher Sao and David Huang placed among the top 5% of all the test takers in the US. While we celebrate Emily and David and Christopher's achievement, we are equally proud of all 47 students who stepped forward to participate, and absolutely we can give a round of applause for our students. Not only do we get to celebrate competition with AMC 8, we also had strong participation in Math Counts competition with 50 students choosing to take part. That level of involvement demonstrates increasing enthusiasm in mathematics beyond the classroom and a willingness to engage in rigorous problem solving. For those 50 participants, 14 students earned a place on our official competition team. This reflects both depth and talent and healthy academic competition among our students. We're proud to share that David Huang earned a perfect score of 30 out of 30 in the preliminary round, and an impressive accomplishment given the level of challenge these problems present. In the county finals, David also placed 8th overall out of hundreds of San Mateo County students who competed. Finishing in the top 10% of that level is a significant achievement and reflects high-level mathematical reasoning, composure, perseverance under pressure. These accomplishments reflect not only individual excellence, but also a growing culture of mathematical challenge and achievement within our school community. Absolutely, thank you. Our students are working very hard. So we are constantly seeking opportunities to enhance our educational offerings, and we're thrilled to announce the addition of Money Matters to our elective lineup for the upcoming school year. To ensure this course meets our high standards for rigor and equity, our Curriculum Advisory Council with the district, or Curriculum Advisory Committee, reviewed materials from the FDIC and Next Gen Personal Finance. This collaborative process ensures that our financial literacy curriculum is aligned with our instructional vision, providing students with a relevant and sustainable foundation for life. So, our next steps, just like a beautiful coastal hike, our journey includes moments to pause, reflect, and adjust our route, but always with a clear destination in mind. Powerful, equitable math classrooms where every student can succeed. We will continue monitoring local and state assessments, common formative assessments, STAR and IXL growth data to guide our instructional decisions. We'll continue to refine our placement process, evaluate the impact of tracking and homogeneous grouping, strengthen implementation of learning, finalize and prepare for the launch of Money Matters, and review the master schedule to support student pathways and flexibility. Thank you for your continued support as we strengthen our math program and expand our opportunities for all our students.
Thank you so much, Principal Zlotnich, for a wonderful presentation. I'd love to open it up to questions and comments from the trustees. Lynn, you're trustee Ferrario?
Just to comment on the music instruction, Miss Amanda and students, amazing, exemplary job you all do, and it shows that practice is happening and you're dedicated to your craft. I just want to cite that when I was probably in middle school, I had to take the accordion because that was the instrument that my family had at home. So if you have a choice, I just really appreciate having a choice of what you're going to play and be open to many different instruments. And I remember when my sons were in music, they were encouraged to try other instruments. They had their favorites, of course, but to choose others just to get a feel. So kudos to all of you. Excellent, excellent work. Back to math. I just wanted to mention, congratulations on all of your awards, but mainly, Principal Zlotnich, the fact that Taylor really listened a couple of years ago. I can remember having the conversation. I think Trustee Chin started the conversation with us about more accelerated options. And you all listened and you provided, and you're still really cognizant of equity matters, and we need to have it open, not just, and you had mentioned in your presentation that race, status affects every math classroom. It affects every classroom, but let's not forget about gender, because I think gender sometimes in a math class is compromised. So all you girls out there, girls are really good in math too. So that's another thing I just wanted to mention. Your offerings with Money Matters, I could really use that course. I think it's excellent, and I think we need more really courses that are embedded in our daily life and that sometimes go by the wayside because we're really interested in, scores and grades and all of that, but that's all good. But I think these offerings are especially amazing. And Taylor, you continue to shine so much. You really are our shining star in Millbrae. So thank you so much for what you do. So thank you.
Okay, Frank?
So to the musicians out there, you guys and girls practice a lot at school and at home, I'm sure, but it takes a lot of courage to get dressed up and go in and perform in front of people, and you guys did a great job. So I commend you on that. And to your director, your band director, excellent, excellent. To Emily and David, for your scoring on that competition was fantastic, and that's kudos to the teachers that got them up to that level. That's where it starts right there. And equity and access is so important. It really matters. It really does. So thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you, Aaron, and have a good night.
Okay, Claire?
Well, thank you very much, Principal Zlotnich, for that in-depth look at your math program. It's really exciting to see how far you've taken the curriculum and molded it to accommodate the students at at Taylor that are really rising to the occasion of needing a more accelerated program to challenge them and refine them. It really reflects your growth mindset, that putting that together for the children to do the best and be that open for complex kind of questions and take that risk to do that type of work is really remarkable. So thank you for sharing that. And I just want to thank the orchestra for coming out and playing. That was amazing to be able to go from classical music to ABBA. I mean, I was really impressed that you can embrace both of those genres in such a remarkable way. So kudos to all of you, excellent work. And thank you teachers and staff and parents for everything that you do to really bring our Taylor Middle School to the spotlight. Thank you so much.
First, I'm going to start with the kids. You brought some great memories. Through my kids, they went through a music program at elementary, Taylor and Mills High School, and they still play occasionally. So you brought great memories that I've had, that I've done, volunteering and going to the Disney trips and the CMEAs and all the stuff. So great job. You sounded great. Miss Amanda, thank you for your leadership. You're doing a great job, and I can see why the program is expanding all the time. So keep up with the good work. Ms. Latnich, thank you for your leadership as our principal at Taylor. You know, Taylor's our, like Ms. Ferreira said, is our shining star. And so all of our kids are elementary school, they end up at Taylor. And so from there, they go on to, high school and beyond. And this is the opportunity, the time where they get to experiment and expand and learn. And they get to try, and if they fail, they fail. If they don't, they succeed. That means they know they've learned something about themselves. Because it's a time where they don't have, the grades don't matter, because when they go apply to college and whatever, it doesn't matter. So, and I'm glad that the advanced program is actually advancing more than I ever expected. So I do want to say thank you for listening to the parents and the community, and then most of all, thank you for the teachers. I know it was kind of a back and forth, but so we haven't any complaints from the parents, so you must be doing something great, great stuff over there. So anyway, the money matters, new electives. Again, this is the time where kids should have the opportunity and learn and explore and find there's some things that they're good at. Sometimes we don't know what we're good at until we try it. So, and we fail, it's okay. And we succeed, that's a great stuff. So anyway, thank you for being so, as your leadership, as a team, from your leadership to the staff, to the students, to the parents, it's a team effort, and it's fine, it's working. So, and it shows in your results, in the scores, and the fact that kids, when they, math, we're in the AI world and MIT and all this stuff. So it's huge for the kids to have a good grasp on math. So again, thank you for everything that you do.
Well, I love going last because everybody said everything that I would love to say, but I do want to repeat just how amazed I am by the performance by the kids. There's definitely no shortage of talent here at Taylor. And, I think about only a few years ago, there was no orchestra program actually at Taylor. When my kids were there 4 years ago, there wasn't any. So I'm just even more amazed at how huge and wonderful and talented this program has become in just short order. So thank you so much, Ms. Amanda, for your leadership. And Principals Latnich, assistant principals, teachers, staff, parents, I wanted to give you all a huge round of applause as well for all of the work that you do in supporting our students. It's clear that the math program has been a complete success. Just in terms of the way you've been flexible. I love your little coastal road. It shows that you're on a nice journey and you're just going to explore where the paths may take you, and you're flexible and open. I love how you've introduced the money matters. I love how you sort of brought this culture of achievement and a desire for real achievement within the students. I mean, I think what's most notable is the fact that kids are opting in to take these tests. I'm not sure, if there wasn't a culture of achievement that kids would, on their free time, really want to take more tests. But the fact is that they're actually enjoying it. They're really excited about the material. And for them, if they're excited, it's not work, right? It's fun. And they feel really proud and confident when they do well. and David, Emily, and a few of the others that you had mentioned that had exceeded, some of the most highest expectations. I think that that sets up so many of our students to do and continue to do well in high school. And so I'm just thrilled that there is this wonderful elevation and that there's excitement. And I'm just looking at some of our math teachers and really feeling very proud that we have them, leading our students along the way. So big round of applause to everybody in this room. And thank you so much, Principal Lotnich, for your leadership. All right, well, I think at this point, it's cookie time. I thought there was something really important on our agenda, and I realized this is our opportunity to welcome and to thank you all with some cookies. If you want to stick around, we're going to take a brief recess. is the superintendent update.
I'm glad I have such a big audience for this.
We know how to clear out a room.
All right. Well, it is, I think tomorrow is officially the last day of our Lunar New Year, 15 days. So last Thursday, we had a great event. MEF hosted it at Meadows, and we had some lion dancers, some great food with some crispy pork belly, and it was just a fun time. Also, we sent out save the dates. You can see in the bottom left, Nashville Nights. The gala is going to be Saturday, April 11th. It is going to be at the Milne Bay Recreation Center, which is a change of venue. The positive thing for that, or two things, I think one, maybe three, it is in our city of Milne Bay, so that's always a benefit. I think the second thing is that the city of Milne Bay did waive the rental fees for that. And so that should, result in larger profits, especially, when we get profits from alcohol sales and things like that will increase. And I think the ability to just kind of change it up a little, make it, a little bit more casual. They're going to try some different things. So for example, there will be possibly food stations instead of a full sit-down dinner that's as formal. So looking forward to that event. And then it is March already, so just kind of planning ahead for summer. We have had a couple of meetings, but we are planning on running it exactly at the same programs as last year. So we will have our BLISS, our Big Lift Inspiring Summers program, from June 15th to July 10th at Lomita Park. And this is a focus of rising kindergarten through third grade students, literacy and STEAM. It's a full day program. And if you remember, our grant, Big Lift grant, pays for 80% of the cost of this program in the summer. I think they also allow for more staffing than we typically have in our summer programs. And then Elementary Summer Academy will have Rising 4th and 5th, half-day program at Taylor. That's going to be June 15th through July 2nd. And our Bridge program, our transition program that's open to all students who are entering 6th grade, will be the same time at Taylor, so June 15th to July 2nd. And then extended school year for certain students who receive special education services and have it on their IEP will be at Green Hills. And that is actually the 4 weeks. And then I just wanted to point out that our cell phone policy is a work in progress. We do plan on bringing it to the board prior to June 30th. This is Assembly Bill 3216, which basically the legislation aims to decrease classroom distractions, reduce cyberbullying, and address mental health concerns like anxiety and depression used to excessive social media use. Not that we can completely control that, because this policy will have to do with how we deal with personal devices during the school day, which doesn't really, won't really affect at home, although we are partnering with Common Sense Media with a lot of parent education nights to focus on how you can monitor the social media use at home. So all of the school districts in the state of California must adopt a policy to limit or prohibit student smartphone use. And I did send out a parent survey last week. I will say that I was very impressed with the fact that I sent it out once. I have about 111 responses from elementary parents and about 70 responses from middle school parents. And that is actually probably more survey responses than we typically get when we send out a parent survey. And then I just want to talk about our bond rating and celebrate Milne Bay Elementary School District a little bit, because CBO Paulette and I were on a bond rating call, and we were a double A1 status, and they actually kind of warned us, our partners, that we probably wouldn't be upgraded to the triple A status, which is the highest ranking, unless we have been a community funded or basic aid district for a number of years. And then we got the news that we were upgraded. So yeah, that's very exciting. Because I think it reflects two things. It reflects our transition to community-funded status. They looked at the fact that, Millbrae had the highest AV growth in San Mateo County recently. We have high reserves. And I'm also proud to say that Mary Paulette and I went through the process and we sold our bonds this morning. There is we initiate the sale. It's a process, so it doesn't officially close until April 2nd. There's a little volatility in the market based on current events in Iran, but KNN is still pleased with how the opening sale's gone, and I think it's hard to know, right? The market is volatile, and if you wait, it could be worse, right? So that's kind of where we are at, but definitely our improved credit rating propelled us forward, and we look forward to the official closing of the bond sale on April 2nd. And that is my report and update this evening.
Thank you, Superintendent Hickey. Lots of great news. Thank you, CBO Paulette, for getting those bonds done. All right, next up is the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? All right, can I get a second? Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Next up is district business. Number 1 is the approval of resolution number 252613, Omnia Partners and CBO Paulette.
Good evening, Board. For Omnia Partner, this had no financial impact, but we just bring to ask for your approval so that in the future we can go out and purchase the goods from the company. At that point, we will still bring the purchase order for your approval once the final, where there further financial impact. But this is just to get your approval so that in the future we can conducting business with Omnia. So it is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve resolution number 25-26-13 with Omnia Partners as presented.
All right, can I get a motion to approve? Can I get a second?
Second?
Okay, any discussion or questions? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next up is 12.2, approval of resolution number 252614, school project for utility rate reduction. And once again, CBO Paulette.
Thank you. Again, SPUR is similar to Omnia that you just approved on 12.1. This is very similar, but it's for utility rate reduction. So similarly, for this particular resolution, there's no financial impact for the district, but this is for asking the board for approval so that we can sometime in the future, we can conducting business with SPUR. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve resolution 252614, SPUR as presented. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Can I get a motion to approve? All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, any questions or discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. And then lastly, oh no, we're done because we moved 3, 4, and 5 to the next meeting. So we have a nice quick meeting tonight. Next up is possible future agenda items. I know we already just talked about the roofing ones.
Yeah, and maybe I could just give you a preview of a couple of things that will be happening soon. You'll notice again that we have a couple of special board meetings that have closed session for the superintendent search. So that's this Friday, March 6th, 4:30 to 7. We'll send out information 24 hours in advance to their community because for special board meetings, that is the timeline. And then March 14th will actually be interviews. Then we have March 17th is our next regular meeting, and that is going to be in H7. That's actually you don't have to attend that part of the meeting, but it'll be our first meeting of our Citizens Bond Oversight Committee, which will happen prior to the regular meeting. And then after that, Ryan Holman will be here. He'll give us a little bond update. We'll present the second interim. So that's where we are for March 17th. And then our April 14th meeting, we only have one meeting in April because we have spring break. So that's also in H7. And we'll do kind of school plans, talk about our multilingual learners. We will also we'll start a little early on April 14th because we'll have our PTA, PTO, MEF joint meeting then. So I just wanted to preview. If you have future agenda items, we certainly can add them, but we do have a pretty developed calendar all the way through June for you. Thank you.
All right, excellent. Does anybody else have any agenda items for the future? Okay, excellent. Well then, meeting is adjourned.